Welcome to Bicycle Stability for Stick People, where the bike isn't magic, it's math with wheels. Our hero rolls onto frame, knees knocking, eyes wide. A tiny HUD floats beside the bars. Speed, steer, angle, lean, and a smug little arrow labeled L for angular momentum. The voice-over whispers, "Bikes want to go straight because spinning wheels hate being tilted. The faster the spin, the stronger the leave me alone vibe. We're not fighting that, we're using it." Rule 1. Stability grows with speed, just not too much speed. Let's decode the weirdest truth first. To turn right, you must nudge the bars slightly right. First, yes, right to go right. Then the bike leans right and carves the arc. That tiny input shifts the contact patch, gravity pulls the mass inward, and the front wheel's trail geometry snaps the wheel into line like a loyal dog. Countersteer sounds like witchcraft the first time, but it's the handshake between gyros and geometry. The HUD shows a micro flick, gives lean, gives turn. Blink and you'll miss the miracle. Trail is your silent sidekick. Draw a line through the steering axis to the ground. Measure back to where the tire touches. That distance is trail. When the bike leans, trail creates a self-centering torque that points the wheel into the fall, catching it. More trail, more stability. Less trail, quicker steering. Our stickman taps a sketch on screen. Rake, head angle, trail, wheelbase, simple lines. Huge consequences. We don't need a PhD, just respect for a few centimeters that decide chill versus twitchy. Time to meet the first hazard, the pothole. The HUD hole's target fixation. Because human eyeballs are magnets for disasters. Stare at the hole and you'll feed it your front wheel like a snack. The fix is counterintuitive. Look where you want to go, not at what you fear. Our hero flicks the bars a hair to the outside. The bike leans, and he threads the clean asphalt like a sewing needle. The pothole remains hungry. We remain unseasoned. Let's rehearse the dodge in slow motion. Approach with elbows soft, knees unlocked, and a neutral torso. At 2 bike lengths, point your head to the escape line eyes, then chin, then shoulders. Breathe out, give a crisp micro push on the outside hand, and let the frame tip, your hips follow. The HUD paints a dotted route around the crater, and the front tire kisses fresh tarmac instead of disaster. We don't yank, we suggest. The bike does the heavy lifting if we cue it early. Obstacle number 2, the wet manhole cover around. Steel slip and slide metal is low mousse soap when wet, so we treat it like a cartoon banana peel. The move is plan, not panic. Line up to cross as straight as possible, lighten the front by unweighting slightly, and avoid braking while on top. If you must steer, do it before or after, not during. Our hero keeps the bike square, floats the front a whisper, and rolls over with dignity intact. Post-ride flex. Clean tires, cleaner underwear. Cornering is where the room spins and the lessons stick. Speed sets radius. Lean angle closes the deal. The equation hides behind the scenes, but you feel it. Faster means more lean for the same arc. Our stickman sets up wide eyes glued to the exit, not the apex tape. Outside pedal down, weight there, inside hand light, and a gentle countersteer to tip it in. The HUD shows lateral acceleration rising, then settling. Tires hum, not scream. That hum is the bike saying, "We're good." Braking has its own physics manners. Grip the front brake like a firm handshake, not a slap. Weight shifts forward, increasing front traction so the front can do honest work. Squeeze, don't stab. Release slightly as you hit bumps to keep the tire planted. Rear brake is your attitude adjuster, not the main event. Our hero scrubs speed before the corner, then releases to let the tire roll freely through the lean. The HUD's decile bar shrinks just as wheel angle grows. Smooth beats brave. Now let's combine braking and countersteer with a surprise. A wayward soccer ball, eyes jump to the gap, not the threat. A brief, progressive squeeze on the front to trim speed, then a tiny outside hand push to start the lean into the safe path. Body stays loose, no locked elbows, no panic shoulders. The bike arcs around the chaos. The ball lives, the rider lives more. The HUD stamps threat avoided. Like a customs officer who actually likes you. Look ahead isn't about eyeballs alone. It's time travel. You're steering where your brain will be half a second from now. Aim for the vanishing point, the spot where road edges meet, and keep it smooth. If that point moves outward, you're exiting wider. If it darts inward, the corner is tightening. Adjust early. A breath more brake, a hair more lean, or plan B, stand the bike slightly and scrub speed before tipping back in. Tiny inputs now prevent heroics later. Heroes crash. Pilots arrive. Grip is a budget. Tires buy it with rubber and temperature, and you spend it on braking, cornering, and throttle. Spend all of it on one, you've got nothing left for the others. In the wet, your credit limit shrinks. In the cold, it freezes. Our stickman glances at the tire HUD. Pressure correct, tread honest, still warming. He leans modestly, brakes gently, and leaves margin for unknowns. Safety isn't boring. It's speed you get to keep again tomorrow. Curb cuts. The tiny ramps that are angels when straight, demons when diagonal. Hitting a sharp edge at an angle can grab the front and tip you. Strategy: square up as much as space allows. Unweight slightly and let the front roll first. If it's unavoidable at an angle, exaggerate the unweight and commit half measures end in artful scabs. The HUD outlines vectors: upward impulse, forward momentum, minimal steering while climbing the lip. Our stickman pops up clean, pride undamaged. Hands do more than hang on, they cue the future. Relaxed grip, wrists neutral, elbows bent so the front wheel can dance. Micro pressure on the outside bar tilts the bike, inside bar breathes, shoulders follow. You're not wrestling a bull, you're texting a ballerina. The HUD's steering angle line quivers in tiny, controlled ripples. The road throws a sentence at you. Your bars reply in grammar. Punctuation marks are bumps. Don't overuse exclamation points. Head and hips run the show. Where your nose points, your life follows. Our hero exaggerates the head turn to the exit so new riders can see it. The bike obliges, obedient as a dog with treats. Hips slide a touch to the inside, keeping the bike a hair more upright for extra grip. Knees stay soft, calves whisper to pedals. The frame carves a clean arc, while the body language says chill. If your jaw is clenched, your steering is too. Unclench both. Target fixation gets a full roast now. We stage a nightmare, guardrail, gravel, and a camera pointed at your soul. The fix is a ritual spot. Say, steer. Spot the escape path. Say it out loud, doorway, not doom. Then steer with a tiny outside hand press and a head turn. The mouth is a steering aid. Words keep panic from hijacking your eyes. Our stickman chants doorway, doorway, and the bike obeys like it knows English. Maybe it just knows confidence. Night ride, new rules. What you can't see can still delete you, so expand the horizon with light. Aim the beam where the vanishing point lives. A second light on the helmet points where your head is about to look hello, target selection. Reflective patches return photons to sender like good mail. The HUD dims, the road glows, and our hero's shadow becomes a helpful highlighter. Good lights don't make you brave, they make you accurate. Crosswinds on Bridges' audition for drama school. The shove feels personal, but it's just air playing pinball. Loosen the arms so the gust moves the bike, not your trajectory. Preload a mild lean into the wind and let the bars twitch without your ego twitching. Draft behind larger objects briefly if safe. Then pop out with a plan. The HUD's Your Arrow wiggles. Our rider smirks. Wind is weather, not a villain. Villains read monologues. Wind forgets lines. Let's revisit speed, the nicest and rudest variable. Faster straightens the bike, adds gyroscopic stability, and shortens your thinking time. The sweet spot is enough to be stable, not so much that corners become dares. Our stickman rides a tempo where the HUD's reaction time bar sits green, not orange. If the scenery becomes a slideshow, back off if you can narrate calmly. You're probably at the learning speed. We're here to get better, not famous for 15 painful seconds. Wet days demand humility. Lower pressure a smidge for a bigger contact patch. Smooth every control and extend your planning horizon. Paint metal. Leave street them as mythical traps. Straighten the bike to brake. Release to lean and reapply after you stand it up. The HUD shows grip budget in blue instead of cocky red. Our hero's jacket gets damp, ego stays dry. Rain is free coaching. It punishes snatchy hands and rewards patience like an old teacher. Final drill. The slalom of real-life trash can, pothole, curb cut, dog on a leash named Chaos. Eyes up. Choose a line that threads all four with minimal lean changes. Countersteer lightly into each cone of doom. Breathe. Return to neutral. The bike flicks with grace, not drama. Angular momentum arrows trace curves like calligraphy. When the last obstacle sighs and lets us pass, the HUD stamps pass in a smug font. The dog wags approval. Chaos sits, epilogue, on a quiet street. Our stickman parks, kicks a tiny stand, and bows to the laws that kept him upright. Bikes aren't telepathy. They're leverage, spin, and trail, pretending to be magic. Aim your eyes, whisper with your hands. Let the wheels sing. If you remember one thing, make it this. Look where you want to go, give the smallest true input, and trust the geometry to meet you halfway. The HUD fades. The night stays balanced. Tomorrow, we ride smarter again.